Beyond the Mic with Sean Dillon.
We're joined on the star line by Josh Dela Cruz, star of the Nickelodeon show Blues, Clues, and You. Welcome back, Josh.
Hey, Sean. Oh, good to be back. Good to be back. Thank you.
Let's go beyond the mic. 1 year into Blues, Clues, and You. How has the response to the return of the show changed you?
You know, it's such an honor to be doing this job, and it's so special to be doing this job that in a show that was very important to me and my sister growing up, and then, you know, as I grew up and started to meet new people, to realize how important the show was to them as well, and it spanned so many different generations. And I'm so grateful. I'm so full of gratitude that I get to do this job. But I guess what has really changed for me is that with everything going on and with in the world today and with kids having to stay home from school, it's so wonderful and so amazing that we are responding to that by creating new content so that we can be there for them in so many different ways. We've been filming virtual playdates here at home in response to the social distancing, and have extra things for kids and their families who are juggling so many different balls, wearing so many different hats, doing everything that they can to keep their families together, and that we're able to provide just a little bit of a break and a little bit of some laughs, fun, and just a nice breather for their parents who are doing so many things at home. So this show means a lot to me. The response has been so great that it just makes me want to work harder and feel fulfilled every day that I go into work, even more than I did with filming season 1 before anyone ever saw it.
As the worldwide pandemic continues, can you talk about being the reassuring voice that you and Blue are for younger children?
Yeah, you know, it's amazing that I get to be in this job for many reasons. I'm fortunate that I get to be a male role model on TV in a children's show whose main purpose is to get kids ready for preschool and beyond. And to be a positive male role model that is silly, that asks for help, that is empathetic, and that makes mistakes and it's okay, and that follows their curiosity and is kind, is so important for me, because it just strengthens, you know, we're all human and we all walk through the world, and there are challenging times. When I walk through those challenging times knowing that I'm with this show and knowing that I have a responsibility for the show, it does help me breathe and helps me take things one step at a time and not get overwhelmed. And the fact that we get to do that for kids who are now home, who just started going to school and started falling in love with school, the fact that our show can be there for them as our show on Nickelodeon with Blues, Clues, and You, and with our virtual playdates and with our upcoming podcast, we're constantly being there to support families and to support kids during this crazy time. You know, our virtual playdates are amazing because at the end of every episode, we do a special thank you to all the essential workers. So doctors, grocery store clerks, everyone. And it's so important for me because my mom is just retired in June, and she's been a nurse for close to 40 years now. And she was opening up COVID units in the Bronx. She's a breast cancer survivor and was at work every day until she was able to get off and retire. And it's so important for me, especially for parents that are essential workers, that we acknowledge the work that they're doing and that we can be there for their kids. Like, it's okay. You can put us on for a few minutes and just sit.
How has your wife and you survived the quarantine, especially with Broadway being shut down?
We're managing, which is great. We're healthy. We're safe. Thankfully, you know, the show has actually been a blessing in many more ways than we could ever imagine. Because of the virtual playdates, because of social distancing, we're unable to get into a studio in order to create content in response to the things that are going on right now. So what we've been doing is, because I have an experience with videography and video production, we're able to record from home. So that means that we're producing the show at home, but more specifically, that means that my wife is the producer, the camera operator, the sound engineer, the hair and makeup. She is the talent wrangler. She's the child wrangler. She's all these different things. And it's so fun to be able to work together in that capacity and to have those different challenges to keep us occupied, and especially the end goal being to help kids. So that's really rewarding for us, especially with everything going on.
Now, what kind of surprises do you have lined up for Blues Sing-Along Spectacular?
This special episode coming up is so exciting because we are having a backyard concert. And so we're having amazing people come by and perform. We've got Allie Brooke coming by and performing. We've got Yolanda Adams coming back out of the sun to perform. All of our friends are performing as well. But we can't have an episode of Blues Clues and You without playing Blues Clues. So we are playing Blues Clues to figure out what song Blue wants to perform. And at the end, we have somebody helping us perform that final song, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope that everyone at home has fun and has fun singing along as well, because it's all of our music from season 1 so far.
Time's running out, so it's time for the Rapid Fire Rock in 8. Answer with the first thing that comes to your mind. There is no pressure. DC or Marvel?
Oh, geez. Oh, Batman's my favorite, so DC, but I love the Marvel movies.
What was the first thought when you got onto the Blues Clues float for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
First thought is, what is happening?
What was the last gift you gave your wife?
I gave her a photo book of pictures that I've taken throughout the year of our dog, whom we love a lot, and just of our adventures from that past year. Now,
is your dog Ollie jealous that you spend time with another dog?
Yes and no, only because he is on set with me every day. So especially in season 2, he was with me pretty much for the entirety of filming. He's either just below the camera or hiding somewhere on set very quietly. So he gets to spend the most time he's ever spent with me. So yes and no.
Other than Blue, your favorite Blues Clues character is?
My favorite Blues Clues character, I would have to say, is Slippery Soap. He's so cute. Other than Blue, of course, other than Blue. But Slippery Soap is so cute.
If you could work with any actor, who do you want to work with in a future project?
Oh, gosh. Tom Hanks, hands down. Tom Hanks, all day.
What's the last song you sang?
Last song I sang, there's an amazing Paolo Nutini song called Last Request that I'm quite fond of.
Favorite Broadway musical you didn't perform in?
Favorite Broadway musical I didn't perform in? My favorite Broadway musical of all time is West Side Story.
He likes DC. His favorite musical he didn't perform in is West Side Story. Our friend Josh Dela Cruz from Blues Clues and You. Thanks for chatting with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
And that, my friends, is Beyond the Mic.